Hey everybody, welcome back. Old Guy Gamer here, playing Tourist Bus Simulator. This is my company. It's kind of cool that we have a two-building setup, one for the office and one for the garage. I figured I'd just show you this little dune buggy thing over here. I did see on the trailer for this game that you can fix this thing up and drive it. So apparently you have to buy parts for it. So I don't have dampers, engine, drive shaft, exhaust, seats, wheels, tank, suspension, steering wheel, and side boxes. Got to buy all that stuff before we can fix this thing up enough to drive it. But this is the reason I bought this game instead of Bus Simulator 18, because this one has just a couple of more little fun things to do rather than just drive a bus. So that'll be fun. We'll do that in the future. For now, let's go hire a driver. We're still in the tutorial part of this game. We don't have full access to do anything we want. So let's go hire someone and get through this tutorial. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it in this video. Where was it? Oh, it's the file. Okay. I don't know if we'll be able to finish the tutorial in this video, but let's at least get through some of it so we can get moving. Job market. Click on the applicant. Negotiate the salary. I did offer too low of a salary the first time I played this game. I looked at an employee that was wanting like 1,100 and I offered her 1,000 and she declined it, and then I wasn't able to negotiate with her anymore because I made her angry, I guess. So 100 was too much apparently. Well, 100 was too much of a negotiation. So the next driver I negotiated $50 less and he took it. So all in driver, job market, there we go. So Livia. So the first time I looked at this, I was looking at the salary, obviously. This is $11.50. But what I didn't quite notice right away until a little bit later was there's this score right here. It's the reliability. This is an 80.2 out of 100 employee, and she is an 8-star. Actually, 8-star right now is better than me as a driver. Right now, I'm only probably a 2-star driver. So she's actually a better driver than I am right now, but she's only 80% reliable. Plus, she costs $11.50. I think I could find a cheaper driver. See, this guy's really cheap, but his reliability factor is only 6.8. Don't think I want to go that low. See, here's a cheap driver, $9.50, but he's an 11. 953 reliability, a 1 score on the... I don't want to get too low of a driver. I don't want them wrecking my bus and ruining it, because it's okay if I do it, but I don't want someone else doing it. So let's see the best quality driver. 8, 4, 3, 14, 17. It's $1,400 a week. Let's look at the reliability. About 50, 80, 40... 11, 6, 30, 80. So maybe this is the best one. She's 49. She's got a good quality score, decent reliability. She just wants a little bit of money. So let me see if she'll take... I don't really have a backup plan if she says no. So hopefully she'll take 1,100, which she did. Okay. I would normally start out a little bit lower than that, but I'm afraid I'd have to... My backup plan is one of these drivers that are all way worse, so I'll pay her a little extra so I don't make her angry and stop negotiating with me. So 1,100. New employee will be ready tomorrow. Go to the calendar and skip time to the next day. Okay. Calendar. Skip to the next day. 7 a.m. Your new employee arrived and is now available. Get a new order. That's the fax machine. Available orders. Click to confirm. New orders. Only one available, so I guess that's what we got to do. We're going to make $500. 8 a.m. tomorrow. So today's the 5th, June 5th. So tomorrow, June 6th, 8 a.m. Should take an hour and 40 minutes. And I make $500 in an hour. So let's do that. You know, since it's the only one we have an option to do. Now what do I got to do? Go to the pin board. This is where I assign the driver to take my bus on that job. Manage your routes. Click on an entry to see the route on the map. Click on that little icon to assign a driver in the bus, and then confirm. So click on it to see the route, and it's all within the same route basically that we just did. And then I'll click on this to assign the driver, which is her. And then I'll assign her to take my bus. So this is a Lions Coach. We'll have to see about the Lions Coach C. That might have been the dual rear axle bus that's a little bit bigger. But for now, we'll just do that like we're told. And then click on an entry in the list to show the route. I did that. How do I confirm it? Maybe that's it. Mouse wheel to zoom in and out. How do I move on? I guess that's it. Open the calendar, skip 2 days. So that must have been all you had to do is click that little X in the upper corner. So I put her on this route on this day. It wants me to go 2 days in the future. Wait, bus driver of your company needs your vehicle for an order. Do you want to return your vehicle? I guess. Your order is successfully completed by your employee. Now open the fleet management in the vehicles menu. I saw that somewhere. Where was it? Oh, there's vehicles. So your employee did use the vehicle for the previous order. Click on the checker. Oh, to make it mine again. Okay. And it's got to be available to make that happen. So assign it to myself. I have 120,000. I wonder if I could just assign her another bus. 75. That's the same as the one I have. Should be 75,000, 67%. I don't know if I want to buy a new bus right now. I want to just make some money. That's the one with 32% damage. 75. What's the next cheapest? 98.84. Tire and oil change. The toilet needs work, and the body damage is still a third. So I would say the 75 is better than that one because at least I don't have to fix the toilet. This body work is pretty good. 88,000. Will I be able to survive on $33,000? I do know part of the tutorial is buying an apartment. I don't remember how much I needed to do that though. Get a new order for yourself. So that part of the tutorial was pretty easy. All I had to do was assign the driver and then skip 2 days forward, and it was good. These are the orders which persist permanently. They've got the infinity symbol. Okay. Get an order for myself. 6/8. It's tomorrow at 6 a.m. And then skip forward on the thing. Reopen the schedule. Oh, and assign yourself as driver. That's over here. So we're going to see more of the island this time. So it's Castillo Caleta. So I'm going to drive over here to start the route and then do the route. Casilla still in hell and whatever. Got to assign myself as the driver with that bus. I wonder if I have to pay that other driver, that employee, while she's not driving. So that's that. Now what? Open the calendar and skip to the next appointment. There we go. I guess I'm driving. Oh, just walk through. Oh, she parked it out here. There are bus washes, so you can see that the dirt is accumulating. There is a way to wash the bus so it's a little cleaner. We'll get to that sometime. somewhere, somehow. I'll just check this bus, make sure it's empty. Alright, let's shut that front door. Get the bus going. Let's go through these cameras and turn some stuff on. Our air conditioner on. It's already 21. Those are locked. We'll turn on the passenger monitor. I don't really know what the passenger monitor does. We're going to have to look that up. Passenger reading lights. Restroom off. Kitchen off. Wi-Fi on. Radio's down. Let's go through our screens here. I don't know what Breakmatic is. I'll Google that later and find out. Nothing to do on that screen. Warning lights. I wonder if I should be doing that at every stop. Automatic particle filter cleaning on. Let's do that, yeah. Trailing axle. We don't have a trailing axle. I can't do anything with that yet. Mirror heating, windscreen, driver's light on. Alright. Let's go. And I gotta remember I got that little obstruction right over there. I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Don't want to scrape my own bus on my own little yellow pole at my own office. So this one's a little different. The last mission we picked up a bus load of people right at the stop in our own little town. This one we have to drive to the origin stop. Drive out a little bit and then hit the steering wheel. Go right around it. Let's do this. You know what? I brought out my book for writing prompts, which I use as a talking prompt. So this one is, do you think quote unquote take it one day at a time is good advice? Why or why not? All right, we'll talk about taking it one day at a time. Of course, I stopped to look up something in a book. There's no cars the whole time, and as soon as I get back to wanting to go somewhere, the car pops up. I took a look at my settings just a second ago. I don't know if I'll leave that in the video, but I do have the traffic at 100. So I guess this is the most traffic possible in the game. Which I didn't even know that was a setting, but I just noticed it. Let's see, one day at a time. I think it's pretty hard to live one day at a time. I guess it's... I mean, you have no choice to live one day at a time, but living one day at a time kind of implies that you don't have any future plans, that you just take things as they come and deal with problems as they arise. But I'm more of a plan for the worst, hope for the best kind of guy. Like, I'm 45. I'll turn 45 this year. And I'm already thinking about retirement. I mean, you can't not have any future plan. Well, maybe there are people out there who don't make future plans, but I couldn't imagine living my life that way. I have to have some sort of plan as to what's going on. I mean, if my electric bill is due on the 20th of the month every month and I spend all my money on the 15th, that just doesn't work for me. I need to plan a lot of things. I try and tell myself that I'm a spontaneous person, like when we go on vacations and stuff like that, and there are times when I do like being spontaneous, just taking things as they come and not really having too much of a plan. I mean, just watch your favorite sitcom, you'll find an episode where there's two different types of people, one that likes to plan and one that likes to be spontaneous and do things when you feel like doing them. I kind of see myself being on both sides of that coin. I do like to plan things, but you know, there's just times where I like to be spontaneous. I do like to explore. I don't mind going to a foreign country and kind of getting lost. I mean, you don't want to get lost to the point where you're scared or in danger, but you know, getting lost in a calculated way, kind of a misnomer, but you know, exploring without having a plan of where you're going to go or when you're going to be at a certain place at a certain time, and just being okay with whatever happens. That's kind of, you know, that's exciting. That's an explorer attitude. I like doing that kind of stuff. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with planning things out either. You just don't want to be the kind of person that has to have things planned out, or else you can't exist. You know, if you have to have every minute of every day planned out so that you can say that you're having fun, I mean, that's not fun to me. I don't have a problem with saying, oh, we're going to do one adventurous thing a day, or, you know, if you want to hit the popular restaurant, yeah, you got to plan that stuff out. Otherwise, you're not going to get in. But you just can't. I couldn't see myself being like that 100% of the time. I think paying attention to detail is more important than living your life one day at a time. Is that what it was? Yeah, take it one day at a time. Can't live my life like that. Oh, I never turned the sign on. Ah, see? More proof. Got to turn that sign on or else they won't get on the bus. I kind of fell into the talking about vacations aspect of being spontaneous or planning things out. There we go. When it comes to life, as far as living it one day at a time, Forrest Gump just popped into my head. How Jenny was a hippie, you know, sitting on the streets, playing her guitar, making money, you know, just whenever people felt like giving her a handful of change or whatever. That's not me. I can't do that. I need to have a plan. I'm not that much of a wanderer. I'm not that much of an explorer. I need to have a plan for how I'm going to live my life as far as making money and paying bills and doing that kind of stuff. But a happy medium is good. Otherwise, your car payment doesn't get paid. I don't know. Let me know if you think that answers the question. Let me see. I'll read it again. Do you think take it one day at a time is good advice? Why or why not? Let's not get so distracted by our talking point that we forget to actually play the game. And there is a yellow line coming back to this bus stop, so we are going to have to come back to this little stretch. Yeah, let me know in the comments whether you think I answered the question. Is take it one day at a time good advice? Why or why not? I don't know. It's up to every individual person, and I could change from one day to the next. You know, if your life is in a shambles, then you start making plans. Lock it down. Be a little more disciplined with your time and your money and your effort. And if you're too rigid and stuck to a schedule, then you loosen up. Adjust your direction and motivation and do things on the fly. Gotta go left here. Oh no, I'm gonna cut him off. I always just stay on the outside lanes of these roundabouts. I don't really know how they work. I'm in a big slow bus. I just want to stay out of everybody's way. I don't want to have to worry about changing lanes. I don't want to have to worry about cutting someone else off to get into the lane that I need to be in. I'll just stay in this slow lane and try and be consistent with my speed and let people get around me, since I don't have quite the speed or maneuverability that they do. I might have told this story before, but it kind of goes into the take your life day by day. We took a family vacation down to Florida one time. We stayed in the Panhandle. It was, I always forget the name of the town, Panama City. And we decided that we were going to do one big thing. We were either going to go see a dolphin experience at like a local show, like an aquarium or something, or we were going to do a jet ski tour. We ended up not choosing to go on the dolphin, I don't even know what you call it, the dolphin excursion, the dolphin tour, the dolphin experience, because we just heard some bad things about the way some of those animals are treated and their living conditions and all that stuff, and we didn't want to make a mistake of supporting some company that was treating their animals poorly. We just didn't want to be involved in that whole thing. So he's like, you know what, let's just go on a jet ski tour. I mean, I was probably 40 at the time, and so a little past my athletic prime, but not, you know, attached to a wheelchair or anything like that. So I was a little, still not afraid to get up and move around and do something strenuous, but, you know, not too strenuous. Jet ski's a pretty comfortable medium. You can sit on a jet ski and control it, not need to be a complete Olympic athlete to get that done. But at the same time, it's a little strenuous. It's a bit different for us. I've never been on jet ski before. Turns out, when we rented 2 jet skis, I would drive one and my wife would drive the other, and then the kids would be on the back of both jet skis. And we ended up doing this day-long tour, and it was pretty cool. You're going out in the Gulf and splashing around and seeing sharks and fish and all these different things. You go to a beach and you collect some seashells and have lunch, get back on the jet skis. Well, when we were on our way back to where we started the tour from, come on, slow down, we actually saw dolphins. It was pretty cool. Somebody had a pontoon boat out there, and they were feeding the dolphins, just wild dolphins out in the Gulf. And we had seen these dolphins pretty much the whole day. They were kind of following us around, but it was pretty cool. I would not recommend that you feed dolphins in the wild from your boat, but that's what these people were doing. And they weren't from our tour. They were just out there doing it on their own. So my kids asked if they could jump off of the jet skis in this really deep water and swim with the dolphins. So they did. They jumped off the jet skis, swam over to this boat where the dolphins were, and they were, I think my older daughter said she touched one, got to pet one for a second. My younger daughter just got close, and you know, she was happy just being close to the dolphins. That was like one of those good moments. We were spontaneous. We had fun. We did something we wouldn't normally do, and it turned out to be an experience that we'll remember for a long time, because we gave up the dolphin experience so that we could do the jet skis, and it turned out we got to do both. So that was a good day to be spontaneous. I don't think you could have planned that experience any better than the way it turned out, just taking it as it came. Come on, people. trying to think of an example of where planning and being structured and sticking to a schedule was a benefit. I can't really think of one. I keep thinking of paying bills, how you need to pay your bills. They got to be paid on time. You got to have the money to do it. So maybe that's how I live my life. More structured, more planned down the road, more regularity and conformity. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, maintaining the idea that you need to trying to say. At the same time, understanding that you need to have some spontaneous moments. Don't be afraid to get off the paved road and follow something that interests you just on the spur of the moment, just to see where it takes you. Whether it's a journey or an experience or a relationship, whatever. Do something that's out of your comfort zone, so that you can have the experience. Maybe it'll end up being a disaster and you'll prove yourself right that you should have stayed on the paved road the whole time. But I think that'd be a pretty boring way to experience your life. I think I'd rather throw some chaos in there every once in a while. That way you can say you're really living. I mean, are the best stories the ones where you tell how everything went to plan, went according to schedule, everything went perfectly right? Or are the better stories the ones where something went wrong and there was chaos and there was confusion? Those are better stories. Am I able to keep that? I can't see. I see the shadows. Go, go, go. Speed limits are 90. There's no way I can do 90. I'm wondering when I fix this bus, or if I buy a new bus, how it will feel compared to this one, because this one is pretty rickety. I mean, every time I hit one of these bumps on the road, you can feel it in the steering wheel. It's interesting. I'm wondering if the new buses will do the same thing, or if they're just kind of showing you what your old bus really feels like, just to kind of create a difference in an old bus versus a new bus. Hotel Relajarse. Don't you pull out in front of me. Come on, stop, slow down. No parking. Let's hop out, make sure everyone's having a good experience. Some people are getting off. Oh, there's only one inside camera. Oh, you know what? There we go. You can move the mouse around and look around inside. Where are these people coming from? If you look front, they look like they're coming from the back. If you look back, it looks like they're coming from the front. So confusing. Is it really? It looks dark. There's the time. 6:43. Since it's 06, I wonder if that means 6:43 in the morning? Because should probably use the turn signal. If it's 6:43 in the morning, what time did we start this drive, this route? Maybe I was just in a shadow and it looked darker for some reason. See, this is another one of those intersections where I'm going to have to just... all I got to do is turn around. And I'm stuck in traffic. Well, we get a lot of time to look at our bus. You know, if there wasn't a telephone, like a power line pole right there, I would just turn around and hit that stop. Because that's my next stop. That's why it's highlighted like that. Oh, come on. Don't you think we should get a chance to go every once in a while? Why is it only the cross traffic that's going? Come on, man. Go! There you go. Yeah, I should probably... Hey, we're going. Well, the AI is being kind of funny, but it is busy. Oh, he was turning left. That's why he stopped. Are there turn signals? What's going on? He's probably turning left. That's why he stopped to wait for traffic, right? There's his turn signal. That's why the cross traffic had the right of way. They don't have stop signs. All right, we made it. Actually, I think they wanted me to turn left there and make this right turn really sharp, but if I have a sharp turn, I think I'd rather it be to the left. At least it's a little... it's naturally a wider... Oh, stop, dude. Alright, let's put these tires right on that curb. And hopefully... I think my axle is right at his front bumper right now. Looks like I'm making it. I'm on the right side of the line, mostly. Oh, man. Spending my day killing it. I mean, not killing anybody, it's passenger business, but, you know, killing it in the driving skills department. They have all these different stores that they've been highlighting, like grocery stores and workout facilities like that one right there. I wonder how they can incorporate that into the game. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. You know what? This is the exact same spot where I had AI trouble before with the traffic. Don't you cut. This is where I had trouble before because it's such a tight corner and I didn't do it right. My problem is that there's a light pole or a power pole on that right on the corner that I'm turning around. And last time I hit the garbage can. Let's do this. I'm going to just put it as close as I can to this other traffic. Try not to hit that garbage can this time. When I said I hit the garbage can, it was on my trial run of this game, setting up my controls. And I made it. Maybe that's why they wanted you to go clockwise around that block instead of counterclockwise. Maybe it was easier to make the other right turn instead of that one. Whatever. Man, those are some really long shadows. It is 6:56. All right, let's go. I don't see any cars. It is a little funny how these residents park their cars on the sidewalks. That is not unusual in other parts of the world. I want to say it was Puerto Rico where I saw it, where the streets are just so tiny, there's no parking spots. So you park the car on the sidewalk and pedestrians just got to figure out a way to get around it. It is just really dark. I wonder if it's PM. Maybe that's just getting darker because it's 6:59 PM. I would have guessed that was morning time though. Well, we're on our second half of the route. We're headed back. Still got a couple of stops to make, it looks like. I wonder if there's a stop number, like you're headed to stop number 5 of 8. Something like that. Because really when you're making these stops, you don't really know how many stops you have left to make. At least I haven't seen a way of telling that yet. That might be a little helpful addition. I did buy this on Steam. I wonder if there's got to be mods for it, right? Seems like there's mods for every game. I haven't looked that up yet. I'll have to check that out and see. It actually hasn't occurred to me to look for a mod until right now as I'm driving in this game, so maybe I will check that out. I think this is our 3rd video of this game, and we're still in the tutorial phase because I still haven't seen how to fix a bus once it needs a repair. I think when I was learning the game, I didn't ever go to a car wash to try that out. I don't know if they'll teach you that or just say, hey, it's available, go do it. Figure it out yourself. But this is kind of a long tutorial phase. I mean, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, 2 hours maybe? And I'm still learning things. This is a infinity mission. It's like a recurring mission, it looks like. At least that's what it said when I picked it up as an order on the bulletin board or whatever. Well, the fax machine. Because it had the little infinity symbol. So that's what it's teaching us in this part of the tutorial, but am I going to be doing this same run every single day? I'd rather do the... what's it called when you hire a bus to take you on a tourist route? Charter. I'd rather do charter runs than the same route every single day of my career. I'm assuming that this bus company routine that they're putting you in here... Oh, see, the streetlights just came on. So that must mean it's at night, right? If they're just coming on at 7, 12, 13, whatever. I just totally fouled up this stop and driving over the curb. Maybe I should turn on the lights. We did a cruise out of Miami one time. I'll wait till it's a little... Wait, what? People are talking to me? Hey there. You know what? When I was looking at the settings, I turned on customer comments. Let's close the doors. Let's go back inside. Let's hop up and walk through the back of the bus and see what this looks like. I know some of the bus simulator games you can talk to the customers, demand to see their tickets or whatever. Maybe that wasn't this one, but where's the passenger monitor? So there's a monitor right there. Let's I didn't even notice there was a rear view mirror there. Let's check that out. So there's the mirror, there's the monitor. You can't even see it at such a steep angle. I didn't even know there was a rear view mirror inside the bus. You have to look up so high to see it. I didn't even know that was a thing. Whatever. Let's get going. Oh, but I was saying that we took a cruise out of Miami, and when we came back into the port, we had a day to just look around. So we did one of these tour companies where you get the on-off service, and it's just multiple buses doing the same route over and over and over, and you just hop on and off to see the things you want to see, or you can just stay on the bus and listen to the tour guide talk. And I'm assuming that that's kind of like what these routes are. Tourists just buy a pass to get on the bus, and because this isn't like a commuter bus situation. This is it's supposed to be tourist bus situation. So that must be what this kind of is. Passengers buy a ticket or a pass to get on and off wherever they want. Because this definitely isn't a coach, like a charter, because it is a coach. It's not a charter. Because I think the charters typically just go from one location to another and then end the tour. At least that's been my experience. So we just must be doing more of the former and less, or we haven't gotten to the latter yet. Come on, guy, it's 90. I'm only doing 45. Little four-door car shouldn't be the slowest one on a desert road. So if you know that there are mods out there that you think I might like, let me know. There's a fake McDonald's. What's it called? FF Restaurant. I saw that before, actually. I thought it was French Fry Restaurant, because FF. I think it's supposed to be fast food restaurant. That's your FF. But if you know of a mod that you think I should try out on this game, let me know. If you have a recommendation, I'll listen to you. I don't even know if there are mods available for this game. I'm just assuming there are, now that I think about it. I do like that there's a lot of downloadable content for these games, these tourist bus games, or the bus simulator games. The problem is they want you to pay for each bus style that you download, and I'm like, I don't mind microtransactions for a thing like a bus or a skin or something, but man, they want you to pay 12 bucks for a bus or a selection of buses. I just don't think that's my thing. I'm not going to be spending 30 bucks on a game and then spending 10 or 12 bucks for each downloadable content item that I want to add to it. The more I think about it, the more I'm hoping that there are mods. Like, I wonder if you can put a double-decker bus in here. I haven't seen any overhead obstructions like overpasses. It's been mostly at grade intersections and exits and stuff like that, roundabouts. I haven't seen an overhead overpass yet. A busy roundabout. It's getting darker. I don't know why I used my signal there. Maybe I should try out that automatic head turning thing when you turn. Maybe then I could use both hands on the steering wheel and stop using the mouse so much. I thought that I had it set to 0, like the lowest possible setting, but it's not true. I actually checked the settings at the beginning, or maybe it was the last video. I checked the settings and I was at level 10, so there was a 0. I could reduce it even more, but maybe I should increase it a little bit and play with the game and see how it does. I turned it down just because I didn't like it the first time I tried it, but now I'm thinking maybe I should give it another chance, because driving with one hand on the wheel and one hand on the mouse is a little more difficult. I wonder if doing the auto head turn would make it a little bit easier to keep both hands on the wheel. Maybe I could just get used to it. This must be our last stop. There's no more yellow lines, just the orange one. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make that turn. Alright, he stopped back a little bit. I'll just drive on the sidewalk a little bit. And it looks like just the left wheel was on the ground, on the street that time. Only the right wheel went up on the curb. And there's no one waiting here, so everyone's got to get off. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Let's just look in the rearview mirror. We'll watch everybody get off. This game does have a lot of detail. We saw earlier that there was a shadow when I was running versus walking. It does show individual people from multiple, like even here in the mirror, it'd be very easy to just cut that mirror out, make it a blank image. But you can see the passengers moving around back there, getting off the bus. You can see them in the side mirror over there. Let's see if you can see them in all 3 mirrors. You can actually see the passengers walking around in all 3 mirrors there on the side. So let's close these doors. Now that everyone's off, let's hop out and make sure there's no one hiding on the bus. I know it's not a school bus, but I don't want to take anybody back to my company if I don't have to. They don't need to be sitting in my garage overnight. Alright, let's go. See any cars. Let's go. And this is where I had a problem before turning. Oh. I had to hop that curb. Got a little bit of I don't know if that was frame rate. I'm not really good at telling frame rate versus glitch or whatever, but got a little shake in the camera there for a second. A lot of stuff going on at once. This hill is always a little weird. You got to put that left front bumper corner way over that line. to stay in the lane with your rear wheels. If you drive it like a normal car around that corner back there, your back tires on the right side are going to be on the curb. You got to really stay left. And I think this is the shorter bus, so the longer bus will be even more exaggerated. Stop! Bus windows are very dirty. There's the casino. So I guess we're going to get to see a sunset. Might get some night driving in before we get back to the company. Let's take a look and see. Let me know how you guys like this game, if you like the game. I don't think it's a game I'm going to play for a long time, unless there's just a lot of different stuff to explore. I know we've still got to do a thing where we buy an apartment, and we have to do... I'd like to get that... Well, at least get that dune buggy started, see what the process is for buying parts, and maybe fixing it up. I'd like to at least get that... Well, I don't know, but I don't want to say at least. I'd like to get that far. I don't know if I'll keep interested in the game long enough. It depends on how fast they let you develop that thing as part of the story. But there are parts of the apartment, which I saw on YouTube from another gamer, that when you buy the apartment, you can go in and paint the walls and buy furniture, and you can do all this different stuff in the apartment. Kind of like the building mode in Fallout 4. It's not part of the game, but it's a side thing that you can do to keep yourself occupied, and it basically keeps you in the game when you're not actually driving a bus. Gotta go straight. I think I need to oil the hinges on this. I have the steering wheel attached to my keyboard tray. Been noticing that it's a lot of squeaking. I gotta get that thing oiled. So sorry if that annoys you. It annoys me too. I just always forget to go get some oil and get this thing fixed. I've actually got a move coming up. We're moving out of this house and into another one. And right now my computer, my gaming computer, is in our loft on the second floor of the house. And in the new house, we've decided we're gonna put it on in the family room. There's it's like a quad level house where there's like 3 living levels plus a basement. And we originally thought we might put the computer in the basement so it'd be more quiet, but I don't really want to be relegated to the basement just to play a game. So we're gonna try it out in the family room first on the lowest living level. The drawback might be that there might be more noise in the background, which might annoy me more than I'm willing to admit, which might mean that it will be in the basement later, but we're going to try it out on that lowest living level first, just to see how good or bad it could be. It would be nice if I could play games, and I like having my family nearby, even if we're not talking. I like being in the same room. I like my dogs to be able to hang out while I'm playing. I do edit my dogs barking and yiping and stuff out of my game videos. If you hear a really long pause where no one's talking, it might be because my dogs are barking at the mailman or the Amazon guy, whatever. Just one of those things. I'm willing to do all that editing just to not be relegated to the basement. Oh, you know what? I pulled the bus into the garage last time so I could see what it was like to back out. But I gave the bus to a driver, so I didn't get to back it out. She did. So I'll pull nose in first this time again so we can maybe see what that's like next time. Park in the yard. Alright, we got 2 tiles, or 2 stone on that side and 2 stone on that side. I think that's pretty even. And the garage is closing, so I'm in far enough. Let's look and see. That's off. Let's go through my panels and screens. And I guess I don't have a kit. Oh wait, there it worked. I didn't think it was letting me turn it off at first. If you know what the driver monitor is or the passenger monitor is, let me know. I'm not quite sure what those things do. So, whatever. Let's get out of here. Oh, I hit the button. Walk over my toolbox. Alright guys, we'll end this video here. And we'll see what's available for the next time on our tutorial. Open the schedule again. Assign this permanent order to your employee. Open the schedule. What's this one, right? Yeah. After you have successfully completed this order yourself, it has been certified. Now you can assign an employee to this order. Okay. So click it, assign it to her. Oh, I unassigned it. There we go. So she'll take over that route. Now what? Go to the other computer. Where? They're all kind of like highlighted. Oh, it's right here. They're all highlighted blue. Stock of snacks and drinks for the sightseeing tours. You know what? Let's not get into that right now. Let's just... We'll end the video here. That was a pretty... I don't know how long the video was, but I've been sitting here playing for a couple hours now, and I want to take a break. So we'll come back. Let's see, now it's telling us to go to the filing cabinet. So when I come back, I'm going to look at this again, the inventory. I clicked on it accidentally there, and it must have thought I looked at it for real. So we'll stop the video here. When we come back, we'll look at the inventory, and then we'll do the management and the filing cabinet stuff. So until then, you guys go watch some more videos, and I'll go play some more games. And I'll meet you back here next time. See you then.